All right, we're back with Dan Smith from Vail Mountain Rescue, and earlier we were talking winter dangers, and now we're going to kind of shift gears and talk a little bit more summer dangers.
Oh yeah, Swiftwater is just around the corner. The Colorado actually is up a little bit. Our rivers aren't, but they will be very
they
soon.
definitely will be.
And if this is a normal melt, we're going to have Swiftwater season into June, maybe even a little later. You can never tell. It can all melt in a 2-week period. But we're going to be very, very busy on Swiftwater. We normally do 10 to 20 missions a year on Swiftwater. We maybe do some more. A lot of those are pulling out boats that are abandoned. We pull those out for a couple reasons. One, if it's upside down, you don't know if somebody's in it or not.
Of course.
So we'll try for that. This is, again, just like avalanche. We are not going to die trying to help you solve your problem.
Yeah.
So there are places we will let you wash out before we try and get you loose. But most of them are empty boats. Story last year of 2 gentlemen bought kayaks at one of our local mass merchandisers. As you pointed out, very bold move.
Oh, very bold move. I mean, taking a very cheap plastic kayak on white rotter.
The plastic coffee cup over there is stronger. And they put them in Dowd Chute, which is not exactly the place to start out if you're a novice kayaker. And they made 50 yards. The boats got wrapped around rocks. They flushed out at the bottom of Dowd, battered, bruised, and minus their wallets and any kind of gear they had.
And keys and
we hauled the boats out, and because we don't leave them in. If you leave them in, your phone's just going to light up till the boat washes out. So we try and pull them out if we can. And it was some complicated rigging to get them out because they were just flat pasted around those rocks. It's like somebody put up wallpaper. We pull them out, get them to the railroad, and these 2 guys come walking down the track and say, "Thanks for pulling our boats. We dumped them yesterday." And they hadn't called anybody or anything, so it was very interesting. And they looked like 40 miles of bad road. So you really want to be kind to them, but you have to say, not the smartest move in the world.
The bold move.
Yeah, bold move. Could have died real easy.
Moves.
And we regrettably have to pull some dead people out of water around here. So be careful. Go with a guide. We were talking about dogs.
Yeah.
If you're having the barbecue in the backyard and the dog goes in the river, don't dive in after the dog. The dog will probably float out and be fine. It has a very good chance. You, on the other hand, without a flotation device, without any cold water gear, you don't have a real good chance at all. In about 3 minutes, you're not going to be able to close your hand.
Well, and it's not the water on the surface that you see that you need to worry. It's the underneath, those little swift pulls that's what took our dog in Idaho, and literally it was like this family ordeal, stepping on rocks and stuff because there was a way to get to him without getting in the water. But
that's the right way.
It was a whole thing.
But there's the Swiftwater season, which should be challenging or bold. Bold's a good word this morning. And then we get into hiking season where people we're coming down a mountain at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, had a nice day hike. They're headed up, and the thunderstorms are building. Not a bold move there. That's going to be a very wet move, and you can
very soggy move.
Yeah, you can be on these ridges when the hair on your neck starts to stand up. That's not because you're afraid of anything, though you should be. That's because there's electricity in the air, and it's going to come down.
Yeah.
You don't want it to come down on you. This creates a survival incident. You really don't want to do that. So there are things around here that you have to know before you enjoy our backcountry. Whether it's climbing in the gore right now, skiing off the mountain.
Even the Minturn Mile.
Yes, we've had 2 avalanches on the Minturn Mile this year. Neither one had anybody in them, we're pretty sure. They were pretty deadly when we got there, and we didn't go in. We looked, but we didn't get in beacon range. So this is a very enjoyable place. Those of us that live here love it. Those of us that live here and guest here love it, but you got to be careful. You have to know what you're doing. You have to do it with somebody else. And as we do more of these and get into the hiking season, there are a couple of mantras we like for hiking that will keep you safe.
Well, Dan, we are out of time for this Monday morning, but I'm excited to see you next Monday morning. It makes my Mondays to get to talk to you. Make sure that you do the buddy system and make sure that you stay safe out there. We are in the backcountry, and you do step out that door and you get into the wild here pretty quickly. Coming up next, we're going to take a look at that UV forecast to see how much sunscreen you need on a day like today.